Got some breezy winds on the way for today with cooler temperatures and showers possible through the mountains while it stays dry in the valley.
And the winds have really picked up yesterday evening. Larry, will we continue to see that today?
No, not quite as much, but we are going to have some breezy winds again for this afternoon, but it's kind of for the opposite reason. We had high pressure moving in yesterday. That change in the pressure gradient often brings in some of those bigger winds. Well, when we have a change from high pressure to low pressure, we get winds, but not quite as strong, and you're going to see that in some of the numbers. We're looking at the 50s right now. We do have cloud cover. Some of that cloud cover is a portion of that upper level low that is trying to come in and undercut the upper level high. So a lot of this is really going to be moisture to be more for the mountains because it's going to collect in the higher elevations. But as we look, we've got temperatures in the 50s around the region. There are some winds out there, but as you see, they're not nearly as strong as what they were even yesterday at the same time. But we do have some winds. Not going to worry much about wind chill factors under these circumstances because a lot of the temperatures are over 50 degrees. We are going to be cooler overall today. We're only talking about getting into just the mid 60s. So we're going to be there by this afternoon. You'll notice that clouds are going to be increasing and then decrease a little bit as we go into tonight. So with those increasing clouds, we're going to have 63 degrees for a daytime high. They do decrease as we go into tonight, but cooler temperatures are coming with this because it is going to be another cold front that comes through. Again, the only moisture we expect are going to be up through some of the mountain areas along the borders with Idaho and Nevada and Utah and also up around towards the northern mountains. Most of the valley is going to be staying dry, but we will get some breezy winds and cooler temperatures with that, and I'll have details about that in a moment. Brenda?
From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert Weather.
And welcome back. Well, once again, we are kind of looking, it almost looks a little bit surreal when you look out at our Skycam shot because of some of the colors, and that's actually because of higher elevation clouds. A lot of times you think of clouds that are associated with a cold front coming in where they're more the stratus level, they're a little bit closer to the ground, could produce some showers. But these ones are up high enough that that's not likely going to happen, not here. Now, in the mountain areas, it will because they're going to be clearing some of the mountains and they'll pick up some showers there, and I'll show you that in a moment. But in the meantime, temperature-wise, we're still looking at about 56 degrees, 42% for the humidity. And while the winds are calm now, we do expect a little bit this afternoon. Now, right in a lot of the areas, not so much, but a lot of the stronger winds are going to be probably east of Mountain Home, heading into like the Glens Ferry area and on into the Magic Valley. We do expect some stronger winds there. They'll be upwards maybe as much as 25 miles per hour, just to be of note. And we're going to be seeing the pressure is holding steady right now, but it's likely to be going down a little bit with some of this low pressure. These are still just some advancing clouds that have just not advanced very fast or into the area very far, but they will. They're going to come through, and we do expect to see that when the next wave of moisture comes in behind. See how this has kind of been slowing down just to some of this? There's a bit more moisture coming in off the coastal area, and it's coming into the area we always talk about, in northern California, southern Oregon. But I want you to watch and you see how this starts to really split down. More of this is going toward the south, so it's going to look through the border areas, and because it's higher elevation moisture, it's going to come up through the mountains here. Most of it will just go over the area, so it will be mostly cloudy skies into the afternoon, but it's just going to be more like a cloud cover than anything else because we don't expect the showers right in the air, in the local areas of the Treasure and Magic Valleys. Like I say, most of this moisture is tracking further south. You can really see from this perspective, it hits more of northern California. That's why some of the greatest areas to get showers, the best chances of showers, will be in the mountain areas between Nevada, Idaho, and also Utah in Idaho. Here's your 7 First Alert Futurecast, our computer model. It's going to show how we get some of this moisture, again, widely scattered. Now, I'm pausing here at 9 o'clock just because it's a fairly decent illustration of what we expect. Some of the higher spots are going to get some snow. Freezing levels around 5,000 feet, so there'll be some rain that could mix, and some areas of the Magic Valley may see some of that. And we'll get a little bit more toward the mountain areas, but you notice that a lot of this just doesn't really show up. So what happens is it kind of moves through, kind of moves on. We get a little bit more clearing, cooling for tomorrow. Then we're going to get a few more clouds as we head through Friday, but we're going to warm up again. Heading through the weekend, the rest of these showers are going to track further to the north, and that's why it's going to miss us that way too. Although, again, mountain areas will pick up some showers. Each time, we could pick up just a little bit of new snow because of that freezing level. Your forecast for today in the Magic Valley, temperatures are still in the 60s. Now, mostly sunshine for the day today. They're not going to have quite as many clouds until later on this afternoon and evening. It's going to be late afternoon and evening, and tonight is when we're going to see some of those showers like 9 o'clock. For the central mountain areas, we're going to be seeing mostly sunshine. Temperatures will be into the 50s for today. So we're still roughly about 5 to maybe 7 degrees above normal. And in fact, still above normal for the west central mountains. Now, partly cloudy skies here, but we're going to have mostly cloudy skies for the lower Treasure Valley and also the upper Treasure Valley. Will be roughly about 5 degrees above normal. In fact, in Boise, 58 is normal, 63 is exactly 5 degrees above normal. Your 7 First Alert 7-day forecast, there's your cool down to 55. Then we're going to be warming back up into the upper 60s. They're going to be about 10 degrees above normal again, and then yet another cool down as we go into next week. So they're kind of up and down temperatures, but just not real dramatically up and down. Brenda?
Well, it's looking good. Thank you, Larry.